He said something on Tim Westwood's show. You know, they asked him about
50 Cent. He said nobody's scared of 50 Cent.
Yeah,
Right.
But you know, I don't think he's aware of his presentation. You know, there's an adjustment. There's something that's happening that's different about him and the way people perceive him. You know, he's way more approachable. You know, like it's the Beyonce and I don't know, Sinatra vibe he's trying to put off. That's making him like people comfortable enough to walk on the stage.
Right.
Let's not act like we haven't previously been places. Like I feel the room change. People uncomfortable when I'm around.
It's not just rumors now. 50 Cent is now serving hard evidence.
With you know, taking the place, you get agitated at some points, big. Like everybody's human. You know what I'm saying? And there's no, I don't know what she did or what she said ahead of that.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, that's crazy that she even said that.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that it matters who's making more money. I think it matters the terms of the relationship, how you get involved in it, right? Because I think friendship is the strongest form of a relationship. You know, that's why you have friends since first grade and people place standards. You know what you should ask a person? You should ask them where their concept of a relationship is coming from. Because if their concept is coming from tradition, then it may not naturally match up with the way we live right now. We live in non-traditional times. It's modern times. I wasn't in the ad because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. He was saying, so Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50.
50 Cent, otherwise known as the Truth Teller, is back. And boy, oh boy, is he showing the world the reality behind the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. You heard that right. According to 50, he has facts and figures, all lined up, ready to expose Hollywood's elites once and for all.
I've somehow ended up under circumstances where I've been up against the toughest things in the environment that I come out of before any success takes place. Then I always say if there was someone to run and go get, I would have ran and got them, but I have to run get me. So I had to come back myself every time. So that it just makes me not look at what would be the bigger situations in front of me, or harder circumstances don't seem so rough to me no more. You know, like, because I've already been up against the toughest things, the biggest obstacles. Like if you, I think, take this for granted, right? If, for example, if you, almost 90% of the time I'm communicating with people who've achieved a higher level of education than me, right? They're college graduates, things like that, and what I hold on to is they wouldn't have made it under the circumstances that I came up under.
Here's everything you need to know. These days, the cranks and crackpots prefer to focus on the alleged covert Satanism of pop musicians over explicitly demonic actions like Kesha. Beyonce, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Madonna have teamed up to create an evil cabal that is auto-tuned.
Bleak beings, everybody was in there, and I was like, man, I'm telling you, man, y'all got a chance right now, just flood it, put out a lot of music, because 50 Cent is coming. 4 months later, and the club hit, and it was over. And it was just like, okay, now everybody got to sit on the sidelines and wait this tide to wave out. I just felt like, you know, I mean, what more can I say? Like, achieve as a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in the comfort zone as far as making the music. I can make music. Like, I know how to structure a song. You know what I'm saying? I know how to make a B chorus during the verse. You know what I'm saying? I know all the little tricks. I know when people gonna sing along. You know what I'm saying? I know how to put that in the song.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're doing that so much, it's so hard. You know, I've been doing that 10 albums straight. You know what I'm saying? As well as collaborations and soundtracks, things like that. You get in the comfort zone. I'm a young guy, you know what I'm saying? I still got to challenge myself in life. I got to step outside my comfort zone. That's just part of being alive.
If there was a section in hell where music was playing, it was the same music that we hear on the earth, but as opposed to entertainers singing it, the music demons were singing it.
Confusing, totally. But naturally, 50 believes that parents should be mindful of the music that their kids are exposed to nowadays, particularly because he believes that Beyonce and Jay-Z's music will corrupt their listeners and instill in them a sense of negativity and evil, unclear imagery. Simply put, 50 believes the industry isn't the same way as it was before, and that is real. 50 also claims that Beyonce openly acknowledges that Sasha Fierce, her divine guide, is in control of her, and she occasionally tells her to do things she herself cannot do, and the world seems to agree considering how frequently we've heard her discuss her alter ego. Now, assuming she is indeed possessed by a demon and working for Satan, let's take her word for it and refrain from letting her and her music get within 500 miles of us. But will that work? Not really. She is literally everywhere. Then again, Jay-Z and Beyonce aren't the only ones who have joined forces with the Satanic organization. Everything in our world is a representation of evil. An owl tattoo on Justin Bieber's body symbolizes the Owl of Moloch. Jay-Z depicts the Illuminati's eye in the pyramid with his palms facing forward. Beyonce's corset features a goat skull pattern on the front that is actually Baphomet, the god the Knights Templar are said to adore. But is it possible that 50 is just taking his feud with the power couple a little too far? Because if there was an Illuminati cult in Hollywood, then why didn't Beyonce leave Jay-Z after he cheated on her? Come on, doesn't she have enough on her plate to support herself? In fact, 50 has a hypothesis about it as well. You know, Beyonce may have desired to remove herself and her children from Jay-Z's unfaithful shadow and get away from his mistresses, but Jay is essentially the Illuminati and Satanic culture king, and there's no getting away from that. And not just him, his very close friend Diddy is right there with him. Now, we are going to come back to that in just a minute. Let's first look at why Jay-Z may have convinced Beyonce to support him even after everything fell apart. During a recent interview with XXL, 50 Cent discussed the importance of relationships in the music industry. His comments, which implied that Jay-Z's marriage to Beyonce was more important for his mainstream success than his talent alone, caused considerable controversy. 50 believes that in order to stay relevant and afloat in the business, Jay-Z needs to have Beyonce right next to him, or else people will shun him from Hollywood. Meanwhile, speaking at the Super Bowl halftime show, 50 Cent then emphasized the value of relationships by saying that Eminem couldn't have performed without him and that his presence was essential. Then, he turned his attention to Jay-Z and Beyonce's marriage, suggesting that the couple's union was responsible for Jay-Z's rise in success, particularly his Grammy victories. Now, even though the two things were completely unrelated, 50 highlighted the fact by mentioning both Eminem and Jay-Z simultaneously that Jay-Z had pushed Eminem to perform with 50. However, Eminem, being the loyal friend that he is, made sure that if he did perform, it would be right next to 50.
The white guy called for 50 Cent. So I said, who's the white guy? I'm digging this Jimmy Iovine. And he said, no, Eminem called directly for 50.
I got the call before the ad went out.
Yeah, I hope so.
But look, when I wasn't in the ad,
right,
because of look, Jay-Z and them was putting it together. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL had some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, that's why I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without 50. Right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I start looking and I go, oh, that's your big homie. Right? So he imaged himself after a gay painter.
Not to mention, citing the Grammys that Beyonce and Jay-Z's children have won, even though they aren't currently performing, 50 Cent proposed that this practice be continued to guarantee the stars' future attendance at award ceremonies, simply by using their children as monetary accessories. 50 Cent also highlighted his preference for cash gains over honors, even if he acknowledged his lack of interest in receiving them. Thinking back on his previous Grammy loss despite his debut album's popularity, he emphasized the difference between success on the record and recognition in the marketplace. Naturally, 50 Cent has already included Beyonce in his continuing dispute with her famous husband. So all of this shouldn't really come as a surprise. In an earlier interview with The Breakfast Club, 50 talked about a startling experience he had with Beyonce in Vegas. It seemed like she approached him while he was introducing himself to Jay-Z.
So Beyonce jumped down on you.
She jumped down. Oh, she was like on a windowsill.
Right.
We was in Vegas. She said, I come on, I'm talking to her. She jumped down. She was like, duh, duh, duh. And I'm like, wait, what is you doing? That stuff, that's me and Jay-Z stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with you, girl. Don't come
So Hov wasn't there?
I'm talking to Jay.
You're talking to Jay.
As soon as I talked to Jay, she jumped down, came over. I said, oh shit, look at this.
They about to jump you.
Nah, she came like she was ready. Like I thought something was gonna happen. And I'm like, yo, whoa.
50 said that Beyonce suddenly sprang down from a windowsill as if she was prepared for a fight. He acknowledged that he was taken aback by the circumstances, stressing that he was only mingling with Jay-Z and had no plans to involve Beyonce. Looking back on the interaction, 50 joked about Beyonce's confident style to actually try and fight him, and acknowledged that he was taken aback by her sudden course of action. But he conceded that she was irresistible, crediting her natural charm for it, that even when she is angry, she looks beautiful.
What is it like to be yelled at in the face by Beyonce?
It's not really bad. Like, her breath doesn't smell.
Right? Her breath does not smell.
Right, like, but it's one of those things like where you go, like, oh, you know, like the paparazzi, people are taking pictures of this at the same time.
Right.
So how do you respond? There's no right way to respond, right? You just gotta kind of accept it.
Accept it.
Right.
You just passively accept it.
You have
Was
to
it
have
scary at all?
No, you just have to have an expression on your face like, what is the matter with you?
Okay.
Because you know if you do something bad, it's like if you're in an elevator and you get attacked,
right.
You can't do nothing. You just gotta be like.
Yes.
Meanwhile, 50 claims he views everything that's going on in Hollywood as part of Jay-Z's self-described king complex, accusing him of betrayal and prioritizing his needs over those of close friends, associates, and even his own wife. He even threw shade at the whole NFL situation.
That's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I start looking and I go, oh, that's your big homie. Right? So he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie wanted to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they're Harper, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre, and myself, like that. I'm a shady actor.
Not to mention, 50 Cent says he doesn't attend Diddy's private parties because he doesn't like what happens there. You see, during one of his European tour dates, 50 Cent remarked about how uncomfortable he is with what he perceives to be improper behavior and ritualistic ceremonies at Diddy's parties.
That's why I don't be going to the puffy parties. Hug you from the front and the back at the same time? What you talking about? I mean, look, if you into that, I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this shit, my mother on the party. You know, like, it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. And shit like that is going on.
Naturally, Jay-Z is always the VIP at these kinds of events, especially because he and Diddy do everything together, even if it's most sickest of situations.
I don't think it was taken out of context. No, I think the guy who was talking to him made him feel like a punk. You see what I'm saying? So he had to say, yo, nobody scared of 50. Let's get this clear. Nobody is scared of 50. You know, but I'm not the issue. Him making you feel like a punk is the issue. And at the end of the day, I look at it and people don't assess themselves. Even really intelligent people. Jay's a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He'll analyze other people and other things that they're doing and not actually look at what's happening to him and his transition and difference. But his actual, right now, he's in a real safe space. He created this real safe aura. This is why people walking on the stage and why it's happening like that. A lot of it wouldn't have been like that if he actually dealt with his issues himself.
However, Diddy refuted all of these allegations in an interview from 2018, stating that he doesn't dislike 50 Cent and believes that the rapper may be partial to him, which may be why he talks about the rapper so often.
The crowd would be like, whoa, did he just say that? You know what I'm saying? I don't play games, y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't play games. But yeah.
Did
the
you
compilation? Nah, I was coming off of being in Miami a night of partying. I don't really remember what I was saying. Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. What? I'm a nice guy.
Yo, why are you and Fif just...
Hey, yo.
Why y'all not...
Hey, yo, I don't have no beef with
I don't know why.
With Fif. He loves me. He loves me.
Do y'all really
can't
have
see
a
it?
beef?
I mean, y'all can't see it.
No, we can't see
Y'all
it,
can't
man.
see that he loves me?
But see,
you really, hold on, you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me.
I don't think he like it.
You know he loves me.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But Jay-Z, what about him? Is 50's actions and accusations against him something he supports? Well, let him have some time to absorb everything. That's all for today. Make sure to share your thoughts in the comments below. For more updates, hit the bell icon.